You're in a room full of people. The music's good, everyone's laughing. Someone just handed you a drink, and somewhere in the middle of it, you go quiet. Not sad exactly, just far away, like you're watching the whole night through a pane of glass. You can see them, you can hear them. You laugh when they laugh, half a second too late. Someone takes a group photo and you're in it, shoulder to shoulder with people you actually like. But you don't feel in it, you feel like a guest at your own evening. And here's the strange part. There are people on every side of you. Friends, maybe even someone you love. By every count that should matter, you are not alone. So why does your body keep insisting that you are? Loneliness in an empty house makes sense. You're alone, you feel alone, fine. But loneliness in a crowd? That shouldn't exist. Think about how backwards it is. You're standing in the middle of the exact thing you're supposedly missing. Company is right there. You could reach out and touch it. And instead of switching off, the feeling gets louder. It happens in marriages. It happens on video calls with the whole family smiling back at you. It happens in a group chat that never stops buzzing. Here's what nobody tells you. Loneliness isn't a counter. It's not measuring how many people are in the room. If it were, a party would cure it instantly, every single time. It doesn't. So it has to be measuring something else. Something you can starve for in a room full of food. To understand what, you have to go back, way back. Long before parties, before cities, before there was ever a crowd to feel lost in. Picture a small band of people on an open grassland. A few dozen, maybe. This is everyone you will ever know. There's no town down the road. There's no later. There's just this group, this fire, these faces. For almost all of human history, this was the whole world. And inside that world, one rule ran underneath everything. Stay connected or die, not as a feeling, as a fact. Alone, you couldn't bring down anything big enough to eat. Alone, you slept with no one to keep watch. Alone, a twisted ankle could kill you because no one was bringing you water. The group was your food, your shelter, your hospital, your warmth. To be pushed out of it wasn't sad, it was fatal. But here's the part that explains your whole life. It wasn't enough to just be near the others. You had to be held by them. You needed someone who'd share the kill with you. Someone who'd stand by you when the mood of the group turned. Someone who would notice and come looking if you didn't make it back to the fire. Because being in the band with no real allies was almost as dangerous as being cast out alone. Surrounded but with nobody who was truly yours. You were one bad day from being the person nobody stood up for. So the brain started watching. Not how many people were near, whether any of them were yours. That watching never stopped. You're carrying it right now. So what is loneliness really? It's an alarm, built into you the same way hunger and thirst and pain are built in. Not a flaw, not a mood, a warning system. Think about what pain is actually for. It feels terrible on purpose. That's the whole design. A burn screams so you rip your hand off the stove before it's too late. The hurting is the point. Loneliness works the same way. It's the alarm for a different danger, drifting away from your people. It's supposed to feel bad, so you'll fix it before the bond is gone for good. And this is where it gets strange. Your brain doesn't run that alarm on its own private wire. It pushes social pain through the same machinery as physical pain. We can actually watch it happen. In one study, people played a simple ball-tossing game on a computer while their brains were scanned. Two other players, strangers, really just dots on a screen, tossed the ball back and forth. Then, Partway through, they stopped throwing it to the person in the scanner. That's it. That's the whole cruelty. Left out of a pointless game by people they would never even meet. And a part of the brain that handles the distress of physical pain lit up. The more left out someone felt, the brighter it burned. Here's how deep this goes. In another study, people took plain acetaminophen, the painkiller in Tylenol, every day for 3 weeks, not for a headache, and their hurt feelings measurably faded. A pill for sore muscles, quietly soothing a sore heart. So that ache in the crowded room isn't a figure of speech. It's the same alarm that flinches from a flame aimed at a softer kind of wound. And remember what the alarm is really counting. Not bodies, belonging. It asks one question on a loop all night long. Is anyone here actually mine? In a room full of strangers, the honest answer is no. So the alarm does its job. It rings. Now look at your own life through that alarm's eyes. You were built for a band small enough to know every face. A few dozen people who knew your name, your story, the sound of your laugh from across the camp. Instead, you move through a city of millions. You scroll past 1,000 faces before breakfast. Your phone glows with everyone you've ever met. By the numbers, you are the most connected human who has ever lived. But the alarm doesn't read numbers, it reads one thing. Do these people know me? A city of strangers, a feed of strangers, a party of half-strangers. They fill your eyes with people, while leaving that one question wide open. So the gap cracks open underneath you. You're surrounded by more humans than your ancestors met in 10 lifetimes. And the oldest part of you still can't find a single one of its own. That's the crowd loneliness. Not too few people who feel like home. You've felt it in a smaller way too. You post something, 50 people tap a little heart, and somehow you close the app feeling emptier than before you opened it. 50 signals of approval, and not one of them was someone sitting beside you. And it matters more than you'd think. When researchers pooled together studies covering millions of people, they found that lasting loneliness actually shortens your life. The effect is big enough that the US Surgeon General compared it to smoking around 15 cigarettes a day. Your body treats a missing tribe as a real threat to your survival. Because for your ancestors, that's exactly what it was. There's one last trick the alarm plays, and it's a cruel one. The lonelier you feel, the more your brain slips into threat scanning, quietly bracing for rejection. So the warm room starts to look colder. A neutral face looks like it's judging you. The very feeling that's begging you to reach out can make you flinch away from people. That's not you being broken. That's an old reflex, trying a little too hard to keep you safe. So here's the one thing worth noticing. Next time the glass comes down at a party, the feeling isn't telling you to leave. It's telling you what you're actually hungry for. Not more people. One real moment with one of them. We treat this feeling like a defect, like proof we're broken or unlovable. Doing life wrong. We feel it in the crowd, and then we pile a second ache on top of the first. What is wrong with me that I can't just be happy here? Nothing is wrong with you. That hollow feeling in the middle of the party is not a malfunction. It's one of the oldest, most loyal parts of you, still faithfully running the program that kept your ancestors alive. It's love, really. Just measured by its absence. You ache for closeness because you were built, right down to the wiring, to need it. The ancestors who didn't feel this drifted from their people, and the ones who drifted from their people didn't last. So the ache is a kind of inheritance. Every human who ever felt it and turned and reached for someone anyway, they are the reason you're here at all. The glass between you and the room was never a wall. It was never proof that you don't belong. It's an alarm. And alarms only ever go off for the things that matter most. But knowing that doesn't make the next part easy. Finding your people as a grown adult in a world of strangers takes real effort. You have to reach first. Send the message you keep not sending. Stay the extra 10 minutes. Let one person see the version of you that isn't performing for the room. It's awkward. It's slow. Sometimes you reach and nothing comes back. But every close bond you've ever had started the same way, with one person deciding to go first. So the next time you feel it in a bright room full of laughter, don't trust the part that whispers you're broken. Listen to the older part underneath. It isn't saying you're alone. It's saying something far kinder and far more ancient. Go find your people. It won't always feel natural. Reach anyway. Somewhere under all the noise, you've always known how.